different photo twice.
Okay,
But
I
ain't
mean,
never had
that's the
one.
most
Pretty common.
STD.
Yeah, very common.
In the last 8 months, Atlanta alone, have reported 20,000 HIV cases. I don't know how many times I can say this, but I'm going to say it every day if I have to. You need to keep your legs closed.
Atlanta and Houston have the highest and largest HIV cases in America, both of which have an influx of Black people.
How does 42,000 people get diagnosed with STDs in Houston last week? That shit on your lip got some shit on its lip. Count me out. At this point, everybody that went to Houston together probably ain't.
Hold up. Why is Sexyy Red suddenly being labeled the face of this alleged herpes outbreak in Atlanta? At first, people were saying it was only happening in Houston, but now Atlanta is getting pulled into the conversation heavily. And honestly, folks aren't even shocked because Atlanta already has that wild reputation. People keep throwing out claims about secretive lifestyles and risky behavior happening behind the scenes, and then you've got narratives about others engaging in unsafe situations that could spread infections. Now, somehow, all of this chatter is circling back to Sexyy Red, with people online blaming her without solid proof. They're really out here saying she's been spreading herpes since the start of her career, and even wilder, claims that rappers linked to her all tested positive. But here's the twist. They're saying she's the one putting this info out herself. Now, if you don't know how this whole story started, listen to this. It all supposedly kicked off after a massive spring break event in Houston, Texas. Reports claimed around 3 million people traveled there for it, and right after, there were talks that nearly 40,000 tested positive for various STDs like syphilis, chlamydia, gonorrhea, HIV, and herpes. Keep in mind, those were just the reported numbers. There could be way more people who haven't even been tested yet, which means, if true, the situation could get worse, because those people go back home and connect with others, and those people connect with even more people, and just like that, it spreads beyond the original event. A nurse from Houston was reportedly the one who shared this info online, and from there, it just went viral.
And all y'all going to Houston, I'm going to tell y'all what the STD rate has been from 2025 to 2026 in case you decided to go out there and hunch. Yeah, this real. I just thought somebody was calling me. Okay, syphilis has surged all the way up to 79% in the year 2025 leading into 2026. HIV has surged and increased in 17%. Gonorrhea, chlamydia has surged 32%. And the ages are from 15 to 24 years old with that. All the hot spots, where they're saying like the main sources of these STDs are coming from: Montrose, downtown, OST, South Union area. The demographic is Black people, Hispanics, whites, ranging from the ages 15 to 35. Yeah, so if you went to Houston for spring break, I hope you didn't hunch nobody out there.
In fact, listen to this. There was literally a trend of people traveling to Houston just to see how many bodies they could catch. And yeah, no protection involved at all. So basically, they'd link up with someone for the first time, secretly record it, then post it online. Now, even though this whole STD situation popped off after that Houston spring break, it didn't stay contained there. Atlanta started getting pulled into the conversation too. And honestly, nobody was surprised because Atlanta has had high STD rates for years. And there's a reason people keep pointing that out. Some folks in Atlanta move differently when it comes to this stuff. Of course, that's not everybody, but let's not act like it's a small number either. For example, people always bring up DL men, and Atlanta gets mentioned a lot in that conversation. Now, if you don't know, DL basically refers to men who present as straight but secretly deal with other men. And within that scene, certain behaviors increase the risk of spreading STDs. One example is cruising. That's when people move around certain areas looking for quick, anonymous encounters with strangers. They link up, often without protection, then go back home to their partners as if nothing happened. But that's not even all of it. There's also something people refer to as glory spots, and apparently it's something that gets talked about a lot in Atlanta. If you know, you know. These are hidden locations where anonymous encounters happen through openings in walls in places like adult shops or restrooms. And recently, there were even stories about so-called straight men going to certain barbers known for offering extra services. Now, somehow, Sexyy Red jumped right into this entire STD conversation like she wasn't already being mentioned in it. Her music has been criticized for influencing a hookup-heavy lifestyle similar to what people saw during spring break. And that kind of behavior is exactly what pushes these numbers up. It got so out of hand that Sexyy Red became the face of STDs across social media. Every post talking about rising cases started using her image, even though she wasn't part of what went down at spring break. People were really saying they made Sexyy Red the face of this. And honestly, some feel like she played a role in that image. She's been accused multiple times of having and spreading infections. Do y'all remember when her baby father came out making those claims? People still bring that up. She said she's burning, so everybody's getting burnt. That's what was being said. You gotta be strong for the North Side. It's not for the weak. And yeah, some folks feel like she set this whole narrative in motion.
When I first found out about it, I literally went straight to get tested. Like, I cannot play about that. Like, this is something that literally, like, yes, consecrate. I'm a porn star. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, you make great content, you sell it, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is our job. Why would I not be taking care of myself? One. So when I first found out about this whole, you know what I'm saying, a whole situation blowing up, I strictly went straight to get tested. Even right now, I'm still waiting on my results. My results will be in by tomorrow.
Okay, yep, I could see it. So it says here, yep, scroll down a little bit. I see it, yep. What are you positive for? What is that?
So positive for HSV1 means you do not have herpes. It means you have.
Listen to this. I was there for 3 days, and the moment I found out about it, I went straight to get tested. I can't play around with stuff like that. Like, this is something I take seriously. Like, yes, as a creator, you know what I'm saying? You make great content, you sell it, you know what I'm saying? This is literally our job. So why wouldn't I be taking care of myself? One thing, so when I first found out about this whole situation, you know what I'm saying? When everything started blowing up, I immediately went straight to get tested. Even right now, I'm still waiting on my results. My results will be in by tomorrow. Okay, I can see it. So it says here, yep, scroll down a little bit, I see it, yep. Wait, what are you positive for? What does that even mean? So HSV1 positive doesn't mean you have herpes, it just means you've probably had a cold sore before. Now listen to this, hold up. A lot of people were more focused on what was going on between him and Sexyy Red music because word was she had also been involved with him during this whole situation. One of the main things they pointed to was a photo Gucci had posted not long before showing he'd been invited backstage at one of Sexy's club performances for what people described as some very private one-on-one time. The allegations got so bad that Sexyy eventually had to speak on it, and here's what she had to say. And then there's her makeup line, Northside Princess, which includes a gloss collection with some wild names. And even before all of this, Charleston White had already called her a male fluid dump and even labeled her contaminated.
Sexyy Red said she liked the raw dog. I bet it was plenty nappy head uncles and everything else. Raw dog and that little old them hoes ain't looking at no how. Let the word get out of nigga good. Girl, eat good. And tell Sexyy Red, little old ain't nothing but a calm bucket.
Hey, she posted a few videos going viral natural, and she got a great feedback.
That ain't got nothing to do with her being contaminated. Any broad that's running around bragging about getting raw dog, that little old pussy ain't nothing but a calm bucket. Everybody calming in it. It's a calm bucket. Not only that motherfucking pussy go keep a bacterial infection. Niggas don't wash their nuts consistently for you to let everybody raw dog you. And that pussy go be a little funky, letting everybody raw dog you.
Yeah, that's she's delivering a whole spirit amongst young girls. She's introducing. We've had a gangster spirit. The gangster spirit damn near wiped the young black males out. This whole spirit is fit to do a number on the young black girls.
I bet she got HPV. I bet she done had chlamydia, gonorrhea, trichinometry,
crabs, and whatever else that pussy can contract. Hell, you talking about she too motherfucking nasty, mannish, filthy at the mouth, and she ain't got them hot.
Like this person who said, "New day, Sodom and Gomorrah, no lie." Another person straight up dropped, "If an STI was a walking, talking human, it would look like Sexyy Red." But hold up, I actually want to know your thoughts on this. What do you think about Sexyy Red allegedly exposing the STI outbreak in Atlanta while people are saying she's one of the leading causes behind it? And listen, do you even believe the reports coming out of Houston and Atlanta are actually true? Let me know what you think in the comments section below.